Alright, what's up guys? So, Cold Blue Cam has uploaded a video titled School Bus Driver Attempts to Meet with Minor Gets Greeted by Police, which is good. No, it's people like that where they don't need to be out in the general public. It's like, and then on top of that, them being a school bus driver, yeah. No, it's situations like that where it's all like, you just wanted to ruin this kid's like the rest of their life by putting them through some stuff that they should never go through. And so no, I'm all like, my thing is this: you're willing to give that kid trauma, then it's all like, okay, well, no, we just gonna flip that back on you and give you that trauma, where it's all like, now the rest of your life is gonna be ruined. To where it's like, no, you got, like, honestly, if I was in control of like this line of work and things, no, I definitely would try to like put them through some crap, bro. Like having it where it's like, no, every week you gotta check in and do some stuff. You only can live in these areas. You can't live like out in the general public. If you want to go out places, you're gonna have to go there with a cop or somebody that you know is gonna be watching you. Like, no, it's like, no, I will put them through the worst possible moments for the rest, not even for a part, no, for the rest of their life. It's like, nah, it's like, not until I feel that you have actually realized your mistakes, and then that's when I might let up. I'm like, I might have it where, okay, the cop person doesn't follow you everywhere you go. They may just, follow you in certain areas and stuff. So, but, yeah, I'm like everywhere. I'm like, I don't care if you go into church. It's like, you gotta go to church, and then you gotta like introduce your cop friend, and then that cop friend has to tell people, I'm like, oh yeah, he tried meeting with a minor, so I gotta, walk with him everywhere he goes. Like, it straight embarrasses you everywhere, bruh. So, no, it's like I'm saying, like, that's what I think what needs to be happening to these people and stuff, rather than having it where it's like, oh, they have to register and then they get recognized on apps, and then, no, I'm like, they need to have it where it's like, no, they just get embarrassed everywhere they go. So, but no, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Cold Blue Cam for more videos like this. And then that being said,
May 2023, an investigation was initiated by the Wausau Police Department involving a male individual who made contact with an undercover Facebook profile. Jeffrey Suber, age 65, initiated conversations with the undercover profile.
65-year-old man. You would think, like, just hearing all the different stories of, like, when people get caught up, like, stuff like that shouldn't even cross your mind, regardless of whether there's stories or not of people getting caught up. But you would just think that you being a 65-year-old, I don't know, maybe he's just forgetful, like, suffering from something, and just forgot about all of that. And yeah, it's just something's wrong with you, bruh. Like, you doing weird stuff like that. It's like, look for somebody your age, or even look for somebody. It's like, yeah, if you want to date somebody that's young, okay, like, find a person of age that's an adult that likes older guys. If not, then find somebody your age.
Operated by a police officer posing as a 15-year-old boy. The officer quickly emphasized to Jeffrey several times that he was indeed 15. Jeffrey, in turn, acknowledged this fact 3 separate times during their conversation.
Wow.
Jeffrey soon explained he had multiple fetishes, such as golden showers, the act of getting pissed on, and licking feet. At one point, he also asked the officer if he should bring some methamphetamine. He eventually agreed to meet with the fake 15-year-old boy at a closed business, which was arranged by the police to use.
Wow.
2 days from the initial contact,
He set himself up for it, though. Like, you did, on top of that, meet for a business. So it's like, okay, something happens to this. Like, let's say if it really was a kid and you guys decide to meet up at this business, and it's like, okay, they're gonna have cameras around and stuff, and they're gonna catch you, and eventually, yeah, that's crazy.
Jeffrey arrived at the predetermined meeting location. But before we continue, let's hear from today's sponsor, Bucked Up. Struggling to focus in workouts? Discover a new level of
Bucked Up is a wild name.
Pre-workout. The world's first
Go out to places, yeah, I'm trying to get bucked up. They're like, what? No, not that word, bucked with the B. Like, I'm not saying the other word. I'm like, I'm less, going to a party or something. But no, it's like, yeah, that's a crazy name, bruh. That gotta be the commercial though. If these guys ever make it, I'll even help with the commercial. I'm like, no, I'm saying, like, I'll just go everywhere. They're like, yeah, I'm trying to get bucked up real quick. So it's like, you guys got any bucked up stuff here? And so yeah, it's just not. I'm saying that commercial, the amount of commercials, they can just go places, bruh.
But also includes 3 brain-boosting ingredients for mental sharpness, higher focus, and improved mind-muscle connection. Use discount code CODEBLUE for 20% off on any of their products. And unleash
might have to
your
check them out.
potential with Bucked Up.
I'm ready.
Window up, seatbelts on.
You saw my message to come in.
You're grabbing something in the passenger seat.
He's going into. That's crazy.
Let me know if he goes to that door. I gotta duck down. If he goes towards the other door, if he does that, there's potential he sees a squad car.
Thought they were meeting up outside. They meeting inside the business. That's crazy.
Walking in, high door.
Just get him right away, Pete. Go.
Hey, how are you? Put that down, please. Put that down, please. Turn around. Put your hands on your back. Put this stuff down.
So yeah, don't try that old elderly stuff. You know what you was doing.
Just relax.
195.
You're under arrest. Huh? You're under arrest. Okay. Can you let go of that, please? Oh. Anything on your person that's gonna poke me or stick me or anything like that?
Pardon?
Any sharp objects on your person? Any weapons?
No. Jackknife. Oh.
Jackknife, no problem.
He just said like
He was also carrying an auto parts box, which contained a variety of items, including a prescription bottle of meth and a loaded syringe.
How do you get a prescribed bottle? That just shows my like lack of drugs and stuff. I didn't know you could get prescribed bottles of. I didn't even know. I just thought that was something that you conjure up ingredients and things that you make it. Like I didn't realize. I mean, I knew that you made it, but I didn't know you could get like that's crazy.
Pull this while. Yeah, this thing's in.
Well, if your car ain't starting, he at the right place for it. That's crazy. Car is not starting up at an auto part place. That's wild. Oh, is he just trying to open up the trunk?
That's Bucks 10-7. Really? Just wait a minute. Start up? Started?
Yeah. I turned the key. I don't know if you tried that.
No, I did a bunch. It was blowing hot air and it said, it did the whole, I've had it happen once before.
Okay.
Where it wanted you to pull over and safely park.
Oh, weird.
And it shut off. And started blowing hot air. I don't know if it overheated or what, but yeah, maybe I'm good now. We'll see.
It's like, it's at the right place. Gotta call the guy, like the owner of that place up. They're like, hey, can you come in? Because, yeah, we got the guy, but you're gonna find it's, like, super hard to believe. But, yeah, my car won't start. So it's like, that's crazy.
Let me walk out here, please. Over to this car.
I'm very claustrophobic. Can you put this in the car?
I can't. I can't.
He said what?
See, please.
Just drives me nuts.
Sure. I understand it's uncomfortable.
You can't
Come
put it in
off.
the front.
No, I can't.
I'm like, no.
How long are they going to be on?
Not long.
I'm like, you shouldn't be worried about that. Should be worried about why you a 65-year-old man trying to talk to 15-year-old kids.
Yep.
You just sit. You 65. You know how to sit. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be respectful to that guy. I'm like, I definitely been one of those cops where they'd be like, they had to investigate me. I'm like, no, I'm saying like, I'm nice to people, but it's people like him where I'm all like, no, you ain't gonna get no sympathy from me, like, from nobody. You 65 years old trying to talk to 15-year-old kids, bruh, and bringing drugs on top of that. Like, no, bruh, you shouldn't be doing none of that stuff, period. But yeah, bro, you just sick in the head.
Slide over a little bit more, please. We're not going far.
I mean, I ain't trying to make excuses. I know I'm guilty here, but I can't deal with this.
I understand. We're just
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you had 65 years to think about this, and you messed up anyway, so.
Yeah, syringe and lube and stuff, and I'll take the PD. Lock up the shop here. the TV?
Additionally, multiple adult bedroom toys were located in his car.
Oh, he is. Yeah. That man is sick.
What this is? Jungle juice solvent cleaner. So just take a picture of it. Yeah,
Wow, that man. No, that man's crazy.
I'm not sure there's no dope in here. These are lubed up or gel.
Yeah, just a second.
Nah, I'm like walking this man into the precinct. I'm grabbing him by his shirt like that. I'm like, just walk, bro, just walk. I'm like, don't be asking me questions. Just walk in there and go to your cell.
Stay right there for a moment.
I gotta put on a couple pair of gloves with him. Cop ain't even trying to touch him. I at least had the respect to like walk him in there and things. That cop's all like, no. He's like, just go, bruh, just go.
Stay over here, please.
Stand?
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna take these handcuffs off. They will be going back on. Okay, but they will be going back on. But for the time being, I'm gonna take them off. Okay.
Jeez, thank you.
But that's it. I'm going to read you your constitutional rights. Okay, you're in custody or under arrest. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop the questioning. You understand each of these rights that I've explained to you?
Yes.
So what does that have to do with the math?
Like I said, I don't use this stuff. I'm gay. I'm significant other. And one thing led to the next, and just wanted to fool around with this person.
Who was that person? So let me use.
It's like you have a significant other, so it's like, fam, I don't get that. I don't get people, for one, that wants to sleep around when they have a significant other, but then to really stoop low and to sleep around with somebody that's under the age. It's like, you're sick, bro. You're sick.
Right now that I know absolutely.
Like, you need help.
In detail.
Yeah.
Of today's events.
Yeah, you probably do according to the phone line.
Okay.
The phone texts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've read every single one of them.
Yep.
100% familiar with what the intention was there. Okay.
Of playing around.
Yep. Sexual acts. Yep.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I'm curious. One, is this the first time that you've done something like this with a
Yes.
minor?
I never. Why it went this far, I have no idea. On the internet,
You're sick.
What was it, a sex drive? Knew he was a minor, you know.
Because my thing is this. There's all these people that walk around the face of this earth. It's all like, yeah, my thing is a kid come up to me. They having a conversation. It's like, okay, kids having a conversation. That's as far as it's going to go. But there ain't going to be no weird stuff. And I don't get how there's people out there when it's like, they're like, oh, I don't know why it went so far and things. And it's like, fam, no, it's because something's not wrapped too tightly up there and things. So it's like, yeah, you worry about the wrong wrapping. And it's like, fam, it's just, it's that type of stuff where it's all like, how do you expect people to have sympathy for you? You know, it's like, why? It's like, the thing is this, you know the answer on why it went this far, all right? You just don't want to say it because you ain't trying to come off it. My thing is this, you already done made it this far. You might as well tell the cops everything. That's the only bit of advice that I'll give out to them. And it's like, you're already under arrest. Most likely gonna be spending some time jail, prison, wherever. You know, then afterwards gonna have to register as a sex offender and all that stuff. But it's like, you have to understand that this ain't normal, right? And it's like, so like you know the answers. Yeah, I definitely been a bad cop in a situation like this. I broke this man down, had him crying in there. So that's why I'm like, I'm not mentally fit for stuff like this because I know how I can get, and I know I can get angry, and I really don't want to be put in no situation like that. So
I mean, you had intimate knowledge of what we call boofing, which is, you know, insertion of methamphetamine via syringe.
I've heard of it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you described to him
Yes.
how it's done.
Yes.
Suggested it was a safer means of ingestion or use.
Yes.
Walk me through your knowledge base and how you know all that if you're not a user yourself.
Correct.
So
What did you just say?
walk me through your knowledge base and how you would know all that if you're not a user
Well, just
yourself.
from this friend of mine has been telling me about it and a safer way of using it because he always does it, you know, in the vein.
Shoots it.
And I always said to him, I says, what, you know, what?
I mean, your terminology used suggested that you're very familiar with methamphetamine.
Oh, I'm familiar with it, yes. Just from hearsay from Joe Blow, you know.
Oh, so it's like, so he was just explaining it, I guess, when he was talking to the cop. Oh, that's disgusting. That man's sick, bro.
Would you pass?
I seen what the censored word was. Like, I could make out what it was. I'm like, this guy is weird, bro.
Oh, yes, definitely, yeah. I haven't had it for about years. I ain't scared to take it.
Where did you get the methamphetamine from?
I don't know the name, John.
Oh, I don't believe you.
Who did ask the question again?
Who did you purchase the methamphetamine from?
Okay.
It's just, you might as well, my thing is this. You over here worried about the wrong stuff, bro. You need to be worried about yourself right now, because if I'm saying you don't be telling us these things, at the end of the day, I've been straight up lying to him. I've been like, look, I'm here to help you. I just want you. No, I'm like, no, throw everything that you possibly can at this guy, because he's sick. And I'm like, the stuff he was saying, nah, bro. I'm like, nah, something wrong with you. So it's like, you might as well tell. Again, you're already here. There ain't no turning back now. So it's like, yeah, you had 65 years. Okay, well, all right. So like, I'm trying to do the math from like when he becomes like from 1865. But you had that time frame, okay? And you were doing so good. I don't know what you were doing before in your like before this moment and stuff. But I'm going to assume I want to overall like think, okay, maybe this was his first time. But I'm like, nah, bro, you were probably doing some sick things beforehand. But my thing is this. It's like you had this time, all right, let's just say he was normal up until this moment. You had from 18 years of age all the way until 65 years of age to really sit down and think about what do you want to do with your life. This is the route that you chose. Yeah, bruh. Don't try to play that, oh, I don't know now. It's like, no, you're 65. You have to know something.
Don't lie to me.
Do I need to answer it?
I want you to answer it.
Is it going to help me?
It's not going to hurt you.
It's going to show some cooperation on your end.
These are significant charges. Okay,
Huh?
you're under arrest for possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine, child enticement, and using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime. Where were you when you bought it?
Oh, I met him, and I guess, I met him.
Where?
Oh, where I live? The last time I met him,
Why are you lying about your personal meth habit?
pardon me?
Why are you being dishonest about your use?
I don't use it. I don't use it. I'm not lying about it. I mean, you want to test me, or I do not use it.
You just buy it to share? Are you selling it?
No.
Okay, so obviously your intention today was to share it.
Sure, yeah, that's a good word,
Yep.
but not for myself,
But it's yours. So you bought it. Who did you buy it from? You said you bought it,
from him.
but he couldn't afford it. That doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
I don't know who he got it from. I gave him the money.
So he wanted meth, you gave him money to go get it.
Yes.
So why
well-
do you have the meth? This isn't adding up. Help me
Why did I
understand.
have it?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to give it all to him.
What are you going to do with it? I would like your consent to search the contents of your cellular phone and make a download a copy of your phone. With that, I'll be seizing your phone as evidence, but I would like consent to search it and download it. Would you consent to me searching your phone?
If I don't.
Then I'm going to write a warrant for it.
Might as well.
Go through it with your consent, and
Well, one way or another, you're going to get it, right?
I don't.
Be honest with me.
I won't speak for a judge, but I believe that there's sufficient probable cause to write a warrant to search your phone.
Go ahead and search it.
Okay, what's your passcode?
It's just face. Oh,
Yeah, there's a passcode option.
shit. Did that work?
Yep. Let me ask you, when I go through your phone, is there going to be other individuals that you communicate with about methamphetamine or other underage persons that you're
No.
communicating about sexual acts? Can you offer any explanation as to why you think things went as far as they did today?
I don't know. It never,
I've been all like, sir, I don't believe none of that. I'm like, I don't believe none of that. It's like this ain't something that you just thought of like moments before it had happened. You had to been thinking about this for some time. My thing is this. I know when I'm like getting into something, yeah, there's been days like where I'll think of something and then like as soon as that like moments later I'll do it. For an example, content creating. The same day I decided that I wanted to, or that I was like I wanted to be a content creator, same day I got to work, but even before then it was like I already had kind of posted. I was just more so doing YouTube for fun like the first 5 years I was from like 2010 to 2015. But it's like I had moments to sit down and think about that, even throughout from 2015 all the way up until this present day. I've thought of so many different things with content creation. That's why in our brain we're allowed to think. You don't think outside the box. You're thinking inside your brain. So it's like I'm confused by how out of nowhere you just decided to do this. You just decided to buy meth. You just decided to talk to a 15-year-old kid. None of that makes any sense. Then that's my thing is this. That seems more sick than you planning it out and stuff. Like, you just randomly think of this stuff. Because it's like, okay, if that's the case, what other things have you randomly thought about? If this is what random thoughts lead you to, I know you've thought of some crazy things before. So, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I ain't hearing nothing that this guy has to. That's what I'm saying. If I had been the cop with whoever, the manager, not manager, the captain, or it's the captain, somebody of a higher power in this police, division and stuff, tap me on the shoulder and say, yeah, you could go ahead and clock out because I could tell you getting a little upset and things. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's like this. I'm not hearing nothing that this guy has to say.
It just, person was online and chit-chatting back and forth, and they made it sound legit. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess that's how you get hung up into shit like this. Why I did, or no fucking idea. It shouldn't have. When I got up this morning, I thought, what in the fuck are you doing? The person admitted they were not of age, and
So it's like, you could turn back.
it wasn't right.
He's trying to, I feel like now he's trying to like make it seem like that he didn't want none of this to happen, but it's like, okay, it wasn't like the conversation and everything happened moments before you got arrested. I'm pretty sure they had been talking to this guy for some time to really drag it out and to show him, give him chance, because you very well could have just been like, hey, you know what? Don't feel comfortable with this. You're a 15-year-old kid. You have your whole life ahead of you. I'm a 65-year-old man. I'm getting up there in age. I should not be doing, nobody should be doing stuff like this, but I shouldn't be doing stuff like this, and you should not be talking to a 65-year-old man on the internet. It's like, you gotta be careful of who you are talking to on the internet. Leave it at that. Go on with your life. Never would have been in this situation in the first place, So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would have just wrote it off, and they're probably like, oh, okay, well, it's it's whatever. They probably still would have tried to track this man down, and been like, okay, well, you were talking to, and you were gonna do it, so I don't know. And then it's like, yeah, then he has a change of mind, and then he ends up actually talking to a 15-year-old kid, put them through some crap, because it's like they did find a pocket knife on him. What would he have done with that knife? I'm saying this is how you hear those situations where it'll be like murderers or like serial killers or something, and then all like, oh yeah, there's all these hidden bodies that they got across whatever state that they're in and stuff, and I'm like, nah, bro, they ain't even gonna go that far. So yeah, I just think that it's best people like him, regardless of whether or not he all of a sudden now wants to have a change of heart, and he's trying to make himself look like he's innocent and all that, and it's like, nah, bro, it's too late for all that. As soon as you signed up for this conversation, it's like, nah, bro, I just feel that there ain't no turning back. All right, so.
Are you sorry for what you did?
Pardon me?
Are you sorry for what you did?
Oh, I got halfway here and I almost turned around and went back, and I should have. Well, am I sorry I did it? Well, yes, definitely.
You are gonna
Sorry
be
he got
County
caught.
Jail, and you're going to see a judge on Monday. What was your plan when you got to Midas today?
Have some fun.
Want to expand on that? Obviously, you have some fetishes, golden shower, feet stuff,
Play around. Yeah,
whatever that other person wanted to do.
I guess.
And you said this is the first time that you've considered or gone so far as to meet up with a juvenile?
Yes, never even would have considered.
During the interview, he stated he is employed as a school bus driver for all ages.
What do you do for a living?
Semi-retired, drive school bus, and work at the maintenance,
That's even more so a reason why I don't believe him, because it's like, you already, that's probably how he even started thinking of that stuff in the first place. Probably was checking out them kids on the school bus and was all like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can talk to, you know, some kid and things. And it's like, yeah, bro. That's why I don't believe nothing that he says. You're a school bus driver and this is the first time you thought wanted to do? Nah, bro. He probably even, I guarantee and I promise you, if there's any kid that watches this video and they recognize him and then they're all like, hey, yo, that used to be my school bus driver, I guarantee and I promise you there is probably a kid that was on one of the buses that he has driven around and stuff, and I guarantee and I promise you one of those kids are going to be like, oh, yeah, no, dude did give off, like, creepy man vibes and stuff, so.
How long have you drove school bus for?
Oh, I did many 1,000 years ago, but then I went on the road in 5 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Current time you've been driving is about 5 years, but you did it prior to that.
I did it way back when my kids were young. Yeah, right now it's 4 or 5 years.
What do you think should happen to somebody in your shoes too?
Kicked in the ass.
Think that's appropriate punishment? Kicking the ass?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm saying, I'm all like, what hard shoes do I got? Yeah, I got some, like, hard shoes and things. I'm like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, hey, whatever pair of shoes he want, I'm like, pick and choose, because I'm all like, yeah, I will freaking get some shoe cleaning, shine the tip of that shoe, like, do something. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do you want, like, a full front, or do you want me to, like, wind it up and then, like, a side kick or something, so.
My past has been excellent. Yeah, I have nothing on my record, or nothing. There's nothing wrong with having a significant other. There's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with having sex with your partner, or
I don't even care if you're promiscuous.
Yeah, it's all like, all that stuff is chilled. I'm like, my thing is like, yeah, love whoever you want to love, be with whoever you want to be with. But when it comes to a minor, a kid, that's what we're talking on. That's what we're talking. I'm like, I don't care about your personal life. You're entitled to have whatever personal life you want to have. But when you're doing things that's just flat out sick, that's what we have an issue with.
Do you understand the dangers of methamphetamine?
yes. Well, the dangers?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, so he knows.
Methamphetamine or the addictive qualities of it or anything like that?
No.
What do you understand about methamphetamine? What do you think it is?
It's a high. That's all I know. I don't know the dangers.
People die from it.
Oh,
65-year. My thing is this. I'm 27, all right? And I'm like, look, I don't do drugs, never done drugs a day in my life. I've drank, but I know people can die from drinking. It's like whether you're drunk and then, or overly drinking, whatever the situation is. But it's all like, I feel that at my age, I know a lot of stuff. He ain't going, my thing is this, as curious as he is, you are not going to be 65 years old and not know what meth did. My thing is this, if I get into even when I've gotten in, for an example, sneakers, when I got into sneakers, I was looking stuff up, watching videos. I'm a curious person myself. I don't know how many times I hear somebody can be all like, oh, Ford, and not saying that this is real, but they're like, oh, Ford was created after, I don't know, Batman or something. And I'm like, let me look that up. I'm like, Batman and Ford. I guess I'm like, okay, well, who created Batman? Oh, okay, well, how is that person? I'm looking things up, and I'm like, fam, half of the time people probably be thinking I'm out here texting somebody. I'm like out here like, why is Batman called Batman? What does he do? How did he get his money? I'm like, has Batman ever had a part-time job? I'm out here looking up dumb stuff. I'm just saying, and I'm 27. You ain't gonna be no 65 and not know things. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I ain't believing in nothing he's just trying to make sure nobody that he knows gets in trouble, because he know that's gonna be bad for him and things. But yeah, I ain't hearing that.
Overdose or anything, right?
Have you ever heard of a methamphetamine overdose?
Heard of it?
Yeah.
You know what happened to me? I kicked in the ass and
It's like yes or no.
it's all comes out of it. I mean, my fear is public knowledge. It is going to be somewhat public, right?
Yes.
My fear is how many other people you've hooked up with in this situation.
Yeah.
Not a bone in my body believes this is the first time.
This, honest to God, this is I have no reason.
Is your cell phone going to tell us a different story?
Yes. Oh, no.
Child?
No, nothing.
Communication with minors?
No.
Delivery of drugs to other people?
Mm-mm.
we do what's called a forensic download of the cell phone. I mean, they pour through it. Every single file, it paints a really good picture for us, where you've been, patterns of behavior look like, who you're communicating with, what drug history looks like, what sexual partners look like, all that stuff. Like that's, cell phones are modern day computer. In the meantime, you're going to be transported up to Marathon County Jail under those 3 different charges that I told you.
You gotta put those cops back on.
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, I do.
I
I don't think you're going to go anywhere. It's our policy. We're going to transport if you have to.
Can you put them in the front?
I can't.
Why can't you?
Because it's against our agency policy.
Can I help you?
Yes, please. Wausau, 1 car, 1 mail.
Okay, come on in.
Thank you.
Later on, police reviewed the contents of his phone, which revealed thousands of images displaying romantic engagements between humans and animals, as well as a significant number of Google searches related to the topic. A thorough review of chat logs, web searches, images, and videos did not uncover additional relationships with any underage persons.
But it ain't like you only gonna have like 1 phone. I'm saying I literally have 2 phones right here and stuff. And I'm like, I just overall, I'm like, the point that I'm trying to make is that this ain't like this is the one and only time he ain't had a phone. So he probably saying no because he's all like, okay, well they're only consenting to the to this phone, but they're not consenting to any other phones I didn't own throughout. So I guarantee and I promise you, if he got like phones scattered around his house, computers, all that stuff, even if there is like a phone company, like let's say he's done had Apple his whole life or something, if Apple can like go through a log where it shows every iPhone he didn't have from here all the way back to when like the very first iPhones done came out, I guarantee and I promise you this man probably got way much more in his arsenal of weirdness than what was found.
Jeffrey was charged with felony counts of using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime, child enticement, selling drugs, and possession of meth. He was eventually released on a $5,000 cash bond. Since this incident, it appears he had also moved to a different state.
Wow.
Head over to codebluecam.com.
Wow.
Check out our great selection of quality made.
Well, to the cops in that state, whatever state he moved to, it's all like be on the lookout for that man. But anyways, hold on for a second. Okay, there we go. Just had to make sure the audio was playing and stuff. But yeah, that man's weird, bro. So, but anyways, yeah, hopefully wherever he goes, cops are on the lookout for him and stuff. How many views this video got? It has 100. What was this only uploaded 3 hours ago? So hopefully it gets millions of views. So, a lot of people recognize him and stuff. But anyways, and that being said, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Code Blue Cam for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.